Welcome back, everyone. I'm going to give you the video that you have been waiting for. My favorite exercises for calf and ankle strength. In this video, we're going to perform a series of exercises together that will help you develop more strength in your calves and around your ankles so you can have better mobility and stability when you walk. I'll also show you some variations of these exercises so you can start where you are and end up where you want to be regarding your training with your calves. Most of these exercises will be performed on a chair so anyone can do them and get great results. The only equipment that you're going to need for this workout class is a chair, a resistance band if you have one, and the progress journal that you can simply download in the description box below. And don't forget, make sure you subscribe to our channel and give us a like after the video if you enjoyed it. And please leave a comment below letting us know where you're watching from and what symptoms that you're struggling with so that we can cater to you in future videos. With all that being said, let's get ready to work those calves. All right, let's go ahead and jump into my favorite exercises for calf and ankle strength and mobility. Now we're gonna start this exercise session with a seated armchair push-up. That's gonna focus on triceps, anterior delts, pectoralis major minor, upper body exercise. This can help increase oxygenated blood flow and really prime this body for the focuses, which will be a calf heel raise as well as a heel toe rock. So notice I have a resistance band. You can just use your body weight, but make sure you have your progress journal, as I mentioned, ready to go because you want to write down the outcome and make sure that you are giving your body the difficulty that it needs to prompt the best results. Muscle failure ideally. Okay, so on this armchair push-up, the heels of your hands are going to come on the edge of the chair. Now your rear end may not come up off the bench all the way, that's perfectly fine. Notice I have the band wrapped over the top of my torso. We're gonna go to the starting position, which is just gonna be a static hold. Clock is on. You're pressing through your hands, extending your elbows. Back is flat. You can walk the hips forward a little bit in order to allow the muscles to do the exercise, right? You're breathing freely, clock is rolling. So we're targeting triceps, back of the arms, shoulders, torso engaged as well too. Now, there is pressure evenly through both of my hands, and I'm seeking momentary muscle failure, which basically is the point where I can no longer keep my muscles continuously loaded the entire exercise set, okay? Breathing freely, actively locked in, and when I can no longer stay actively engaged, I'm gonna simply notate the time from the clock above my head here, and I'm going to jump back in and continue to give my best effort. We're passing the 45-second mark. We're getting ready to head into what we call the exhaust range, which is the last 30 seconds. Shake is natural, calming that mind. Disengaged, I did at 59 seconds, success, I did it. I'm gonna jump back in. If you're continuing to roll, you continue to roll, right? I did it, I successfully did it. I'm gonna remember 59 seconds. I'm jumping back in, just giving my best effort here, actively engaging. It's in challenging this body here that you see the best results. We're in the last 10 seconds or so of the exercise set, giving your best effort, all for a purpose, great for upper body strength, torso stability. Just giving your very best effort for the remainder of the exercise in 3, 2, and 1. Holy cow. Great engagement of the upper body. Got the fan rolling. Make sure you turn fan on, right? If you need to. Armchair push-up, I'm gonna write down 58 seconds, okay? Gold resistance band. I am good, so I do not need to increase the difficulty next time. Rock and roll. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and head into our next exercise, which is going to be a calf raise, okay? So I'm actually bringing some resistance into the mix here, right? I have 20-pound dumbbells. You can create any type of resistance. The most important thing here is that if you're able to complete the entirety of the 90 seconds, right, which I have done this exercise before, I'm reading my notes, I know what I need in order to fully exhaust my muscles, you're gonna add resistance directly down on the tib fib or right above the knee. Now, if you've never done this exercise before, I suggest you simply do it with your body weight. Once you're able to complete the entirety of the 90 seconds, then you know it's in time to increase the difficulty. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the starting position. Clock is on. I'm extending as high as I can, statically holding in place. This is what we call metabolic steady pace set, basically an isometric. Now, if your calves cramp, simply lower the heel back down to the ground, calf will uncramp and jump back in, okay? The goal is momentary muscle failure. That's simply the point. you cannot continue with the muscles fully engaged, okay? That's gonna ensure the very best results. Now, notice that the resistance is directly over the top of the knees here because that's going to load the calf at the best level possible. This is a great exercise for mobility and strength of your ankles, right? I love this exercise for your calf because we're directly loading that calf straight down, okay? And you're pushing into the balls of your feet, trying to push that ground away from you the entire time, okay? Keeping your eye on the clock, notating and remembering that time where you successfully reach muscle failure. All right, we just rounded that 60-second mark. We're in the exhaust range. That's the final 30 seconds of the exercise. And this is where you should, if it's an appropriate difficulty to give you the very best results, find that successful spot where you can't continue. Okay, shake is natural, breathing through it. Now, if one of your legs reaches successful failure, okay, notate the time, right? And then you're just gonna notate that on the sheet at the end, right? My shake, my rattle, my roll just indicates I'm fatiguing, right? 2 more seconds, 1 more second, slowly lowering. I completed the set, clock is off. So I'm gonna grab my trusty progress journal here and I'm going to write with 20 pounds, I completed it, meaning I need to increase the difficulty next time to give myself the very best results possible. All right, let's round out the exercise session today with a heel toe rock. Just wanna take a moment here as I'm transitioning to give a shout out to Margaret, Lois, Geraldine, Dana, Christine, Andy, Bobby, Sandra, just some of our Take the Fight to the Muscle individuals, part of our group, right? Individuals who are part of Take the Fight to the Muscle group, exercise group, get live Q&As on a monthly basis. They get a full body exercise class and 2 of our favorite focuses as well. So just want to give a shout out to those members who've been rocking it with us. Okay, let's go ahead and finish this exercise class out. We're going to hit another exercise for your calf ankle extension, which is what we call heel toe rock. This is going to be an eccentric exercise set, so make sure you have a chair or something in front of you, okay? You can do this bilaterally with 2 legs. If you complete the entirety of the exercise set bilaterally, one way you can increase the difficulty is going unilateral, right? That doubles the weight that's going into the calves, okay? I'm gonna go bilateral here today, just for purposes of demonstration. So you're going to follow me, give your very best effort. Do not beat yourself up, no expectations other than your best effort. We're gonna hold for 2 and we're gonna lower for 10. We're looking for up to 1.5 minutes, okay? Which would be 4, 5, or 6 efforts, okay? All right, here we go. So we're gonna come all the way up. Clock is on. We're holding for 2, for 1. Now slowly lowering, 10 seconds or slower. Now we're isolating the eccentric muscle contraction of the calf here for 2, 1, and relax for 2 seconds. 1 second, rocking back, bringing toes up. Now all the way back to the top, holding for 2, 1, and slowly lowering. Now we are looking for muscle failure still, okay? Now the way muscle failure expresses itself on these eccentric efforts are when you can no longer lower controlled and slowly at 10 seconds or slower, okay? That's the rock, heading all the way back up, extending, holding for 2 seconds, 1 second, now slowly lowering. Now notice, when I come down, I'm controlling my body as slow as possible. When my heels get to the ground, I'm rocking back on my heels, trying to bring my toes up, anterior tibialis hitting there, heading back down. Now I'm going all the way up. We're going past the 60-second mark or 4th effort. You're holding for 2 seconds at the top, now slowly lowering. If you get to the point where you cannot lower at 10 seconds or slower controlled, you start to feel yourself losing your control on the way down, notate the time on the clock above. Here's that rock, bring those toes up, fire those anterior tibialis, right, heading all the way up. Final 30 seconds, we're in the exhaust range, heading back down, slow and controlled. We're past that 115 mark, so no more than 2 efforts here. As you come down, it's controlled. Let's go ahead and hit that rock. Let's go 1 more effort here. We're getting ready to pass that 130 mark, so final opportunity to reach muscle failure. As you come down, just control as much as you can on lowering. 3, 2, and 1. Completed, okay? So I completed it bilaterally, meaning I was able to control my body at 10 seconds or slower all the way down. I was able to get that rock in. So I'm going to increase the difficulty next time. And the easiest way to increase the difficulty in the heel toe rock is to go unilateral, meaning go one side at a time. Meaning you would split that into 2 different sets, but it increases the difficulty. Great effort today, each and every one of you. Please leave a comment in the comment box below. Let me know how it went for you. If you have any questions about the loading and/or the form, the technique, knowing that if you execute these exercises, okay, and what makes it exercise is a high intensity, 2 to 3 times a week, right? Depending on how high the intensity is, okay? Followed by active rest recovery, and then reapplying. And if you are consistent with this, giving your best effort and challenging yourself, being measured, you will see improvement in strength and mobility in your ankles and lower limb. I will see you all next Tuesday. If you want to get into a more structured and regimented program that can help you gain more control of your symptoms, then you should join our Take the Fight to the Muscles workout club. Now, by joining, you will receive access to an exclusive seated full body fundamentals workout class that updates every 2 weeks, stretch classes to help you alleviate tightness and spasticity, access to our 2 most popular Focus On series for foot drop and hip flexors, plus bonus Q&As with myself each month where I can answer your questions about exercise in MS. Click the join button below this video to learn more information about the Take the Fight to the Muscles workout club and to see which plan works best for you. I'll see you all next week.